What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So it's a huge thanks for coming back. We really appreciate you. So today we are, as you saw by that intro clip, working on Justin's truck. And for those of you that didn't watch the previous video where we sort of introed this truck, this is my buddy Justin's truck. It's a 96 F350 dually crew cab. This thing is a beauty. You know what, let's have Justin tell us a little bit about this project that we're doing.
You know, trying to make the ideal truck. Crew cab, long bed, diesel. Just want to make it 4-wheel drive. Keep it around. Make it ride like a new truck.
So for the ones that didn't see the last video, we're doing, well, you're doing basically a Tremor package on this thing, right? So with Tremor leaves and shocks.
Full Ford Tremor suspension. I know it's kind of silly for it to be a dually, but you know, when you want it to ride good, feel like, why not?
Yes, sir. Yeah, and on this thing, we're also doing the rear 08 Plus leaf spring kit. And again, this thing's gonna be a pretty cool truck. I mean, it already is. This thing is super clean. How many miles are on this thing again?
127,000.
Yeah, so this thing is like mint. He did already paint it, which looks great. But this thing is like, even the undercarriage, everything is super clean, zero rust, you know, no, hardly any oil, especially for, you know, these 7.3s. Very nice truck for sure. I think you guys are gonna be really excited to see this thing finished. Again, Justin has been doing a great job filming some clips and all that of the work that he's been doing, so definitely let's get back to it. Right now what he's working on is actually doing the shock mount in this Dana 80, which, you know, we took the opportunity and now we modified our existing shock mounts to work with the Dana 80s. For those of you that want to go that route, we now have one of those shock mounts too, which is again what he's doing on right now. And what he had to do is cut the shock mount. So on these Dana 80s, it also doubles as the sway bar mount. So all he did is cut off the shock part of it, and then we're gonna weld our shock mount, and then once he's done with that, we're gonna go ahead, throw some paint, put it back together, and it'll be ready to go under the truck.
So I will say to keep in mind that you do not have to keep the sway bar mounts, but I tow trailers personally fairly regularly, so I was gonna make it my goal to keep the sway bar just for stability.
Now we were messing around with it, and it does look like this should bolt on fairly easily, right? With all stock links and bars.
Yeah, we held it up to the frame. It looks like it should work in the factory location. There's 2 holes on either side of the frame for the arm to go into, and seems like it's pretty centered.
Yeah, so the frame already has these holes on either side of the frame that looks, from messing around, which that's the sway bar that came with that axle, it looks like it's going to fit right in there. And those links, those are the ones that are meant for that axle, right? The one that you got.
For the newer Super Duty.
I'm definitely excited to try this out because, like him, I know that there's a lot of you that want to run that rear sway bar. So we're gonna, again, mess around, make sure that everything works out. But it looks like this setup is gonna work. So we'll let you know here in a little bit.
I also didn't want to weld this. I didn't want your boy to think that I'm coming for his job or something.
Nah, he's cool, man.
He's way better than me. I'll tell him to his face. The truck was way up in the air, and I was like, if I move to Florida.
That bump site that he's doing, that's gonna be freaking rowdy.
What's up, guys? It's Justin here working on Big Red Crew Cab again. Just doing a little frame cleaning. Gonna try and paint it. It's not too crusty, which is nice. Not going for show quality by any means, but you can see on this side, just a little scuff up. Good Arizona truck. Doesn't need much. I'll keep you guys updated as I go. That's the plan for today. Clean the frame, do a little painting, try and get all my brackets all prepped and ready to go back on. Well, guys, I know I didn't record very much, but who wants to sit and watch me wire wheel and prime a frame? Took pretty much all day. I think it turned out pretty good. Well, semi-gloss black all the way down. Just got to finish painting a couple brackets, but it's raining outside. And then tomorrow, hopefully, start putting everything back together so it can become a truck once more. I'm pretty excited and can't wait for you guys to see. Bit or whatever.
Yeah, like you said, I like it because it also doesn't grab. You know, it doesn't twist your arm. At least with the, I did 6 holes with it the other day. No. Oh my god, I'm in the video. Got all the cameras on him. Oh, all the angle. Oh wow. Huh? Yeah.
Oh, that is not bad.
Not bad at all. Whew.
Dude, that is the look right there.
Yeah. That's where it's at.
Hey, it just goes right along with it's my truck, not his.
Open.
It's not just a million ugga-duggas on the impacts. I don't know if you want to show this. People are going to be upset.
That's what I was thinking.
They can be upset.
yeah, man. Thank you. Alrighty, guys. So we spent all week working on this thing, and by we I meant Justin, because he pretty much knocked out the whole thing on his own. And I gotta say, the truck turned out amazing. Like this is a cowboy truck. Like that's what I keep telling him. Like this is a proper truck now, and it's nice, thick. It's got all the meat in the rear, and again, I didn't do any of the work, so I'm gonna let Justin take over and kind of talk about the process, what he thinks about the kit, the install.
Well, first off, I got to start off saying I've told him all week that it's one thing to see pictures of his kits and trucks on Instagram, but it's another to see it put together on your own truck, because this thing is like unreal and exceeded every expectation I had in my mind for what I wanted looks wise and everything, and it rides amazing. Really straightforward to do. Easy as long as you have some sort of automotive knowledge. You really just have to knock rivets out of a frame and bolt stuff back in its place. It's almost essentially in the same spot everywhere. I mean, it went smooth. Yeah. Besides like a self-inflicted issues of things I needed to get sorted out on the rear end that I was unaware of. But you know, you'll never not have speed bumps.
I don't know if you mentioned this earlier, but you do have experience, you know, in automotive stuff. You do a lot of Jeep stuff, but you've never done anything like this, a swap like this.
Never an OBS. I've done plenty of lift kits on Wranglers and stuff. It was my job for a little bit, doing installs on Jeeps. So I've done this type of work before, but I mean, that's all bolt-on. Yeah. Like, there's no real modification like this.
Yeah. And what I always tell guys, because we get this question asked a lot, like how hard this is. And usually what I tell them is that if you've done a lift kit, this is like just a step or two above doing a lift kit that you got to drop the axles, the springs, and do new stuff.
Yeah.
You just go a step above that. If that gives you an idea.
It's essentially, installing a lift kit, because you're just bolting parts on. It's just the extra step is just having to take the existing suspension off, like the rivets for this one being a two-wheel drive truck had coil buckets already on it, but having to take the rivets off to do that, and then the leaf spring mounts to put the super duty leafs in. That's the only real extra step.
Now, are there any future plans for this truck?
Well, I know what you want to tell me is to paint it.
Yeah. But I've been getting that.
That's a little up there.
I'm gonna bother you the way YouTube bothered me for like 5-6 years before I painted my truck.
Yeah.
Now until you paint yours.
Yeah, that's one of the things, but as far as like soonish plans, I would like to do an intercooler kit on it, maybe try to do KC turbos drop in and a hydro tuner, but that's kind of the immediate goals. Channel anyway.
Yeah, hopefully you guys will be seeing a lot more of Justin on the videos, helping me out with these trucks.
Yeah.
By the way, in case anybody's wondering, this is not a regular thing that we do. He's just a really good buddy of mine. You know, and more than anything, I like his truck. You know, forget about the guy.
Yeah.
No, but he is going to be hopefully helping us on some of the trucks we do. So you'll if you like Justin, you'll see him a lot more. If not, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Joel was very gracious to let me use his lift to do the truck, because I've had the axles. I bought the bracket kit from him like a year ago, and it's just been sitting. And I went to one truck show with him, and I was like, okay, I can't be the only stock truck here. So had to scrounge it up and get it done.
By the way, this thing has, I know that I talked about it earlier, being in LA West, right? Mm-hmm. Package truck. This has some of the nicest wood trimmed interior out of any conversion truck that I've seen, if you guys want to come check it out.
Talk about the steps a little bit also. That was like one of my big goals with doing the truck. Even with 35s, I wanted to keep the steps because I personally like it. It's a little, like you said, redneck, cowboy. It just fits the truck in my opinion. And it clears great in the back. And the only thing that I had to do was on the front, I had to take these little mud flaps off, and I had to cut 1.5 inches out, which isn't the end of the world. Some people might not like that, but I wanted to keep them, and now it clears like nothing.
Yeah, it looks great. Yeah. Log to log turn. Oh, and I guess that's another thing that I wanted to ask you. We finished it yesterday, last night. You took it to work this morning. You know, I know where you work at. It's not a tight parking spot, but like, what do you think about the turning radius? Better?
I'm surprised because we had been talking all week about doing a Super Duty box. If we could find the right adapter fittings to either adapt to the box or from the Super Duty hose to the power steering pump. And I think that these things turn like crap because the steering geometry is just that bad, because it is a million times better just with these axles in it. And I can only imagine it would probably be a little bit better with a matching box also, but that can come later.
Yeah, I guess we should check how far away is from the stops to see how much further you still have to go before you go. Because I know that on my truck it does go stop to stop on the knuckles.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious because I could tell that it was pretty sharp. The tires, when you were full locked, they were pretty sharp. So
yeah, now the only thing I have to worry about is rubbing my tires against somebody's door. He sticks out too far.
The last thing I want to talk about before we end this video is this. I have never seen this in any other truck, and it's a pretty cool thing. It definitely feels 90s to me. Like, it feels like whenever this was purchased, it was probably like in the 90s, but it's a step. How cool is that? That's 90s, 80s to me.
You're not gonna test it out?
Nah, I'm above its limit.
I got this bumper from a friend of mine on the stipulation that I had to give the step back, which bums me out because it is very cool.
Very, very cool. Like, I'm jealous of it. That's I'm not gonna lie, like, that fits the whole look of this truck. That's very, very cowboy, very grandpa. I like it.
But what another interim goal of mine is I want to put ranch hand bumpers on the truck. Because I think it will fit the style.
That, and hopefully it'll keep deer away from it.
Yeah. That's why I had to get a new bumper, because I had hit a deer on the way to work one day.
Again, guys, a huge thank you. Again, it was a little bit of a different video. We've been wanting to make one of these swaps in one entire video, and I got to give a huge thanks to Justin, because as you guys could tell, he pretty much did this whole video. He did a lot of the filming, and he, again, let us use his truck and film it here in the shop. So thank you. And again, like I said, hopefully he'll be in more of these videos. And by the way, guys, because I know that a lot of you really like these Alcoas, Justin is gonna be selling them. So send me an email. I'm gonna be on Marketplace. But if you guys are interested, send me an email, and I'll at least send you a link or get you in contact with Justin. So.
And we can figure out how to ship them if you're out of state. I'm sure we can ship them through Joel.
Yeah, we can figure something out. But I know that these things they're pretty hard to find nowadays. So if anybody is interested, again, send me an email, blowindiesel@gmail.com. Yeah, he does have all 4 Ford hubcaps on these things. So